Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray and today we continue our Let's Play of Pyanodons, where we last episode just got our landfill up and running, and we got out and explored a bit and found ourselves some niobium, however it's pronounced. And in today's episode, I think it could be quite cool if we at least start to set up the infrastructure for a railway. Or at least get it made in our mall. All of the different things we need. Might want to start to use this little area over here. I know we have some science here at the moment, but we can always move it in case it's needed in the future. So what if we just do here and start some train things? I think that might be good. So if we need tracks, we have the train supply manager. Might set it up. We might do a simple train stop just for now. Let's set this one up. We want to have. Can wait with you. We want to have some rail signals. We want to have some chain signals, locomotive, and some cargo wagons. I think that is gonna give us the basics of what we need. So let's see if we have everything we need to set it up. Firstly, let's get a bit more room in this one for more train tracks. We always run out. So let's see how this goes. We'll just fill in a bit. Let's get this one upgraded to be a bit faster in terms of inputting it. And probably the same in terms of output. Let's just get all of them requested and see what we need. Maybe we have all of it, and maybe we'll buffer too much, but let's just give it a little look. So we have our train tracks now at least being made. We have this one getting everything we need as well. The same all the way down. I kind of want to upgrade all of them to the next tier just to increase the speed a small amount. And then we'll just let it buffer up a bit with what we have. That is that, that is that, that is that. So let's do a pretty much vanilla train system when the time comes. So refined gas is done. That was needed to mine things, so that is fine. So if you go in here and look, what are some of the next things we need while our train things is getting up and running? And to be honest, can we make those yet? I think we can make medium and oh, we need niobium plate. Niobium plate right there. That requires the oxide, which we are currently working towards. We have the ammonia. We just need to set up the niobium complex and all the things that requires for that one. We could set it up from the back, so we have everything we need, and it will just kick into gear when we have what we need. Or we go in here and take some of it. Organic solvent. I think we have some of that. Hydrochloride. I think we should have that as well. We have hydrochloride. So we actually have a lot of things we already in terms of what we need. Let's go in here, the plates. So we have this one, we have that one. We need the dust. Brush that. Powder. It is pretty much just the ore we need. So should we just set up a little train track I don't think that'll be a bad idea to do, to be honest. Let's get some of this emptied out of our inventory. Taking a bit of room. Might want to get rid of some of these older setups that we don't really need. And it's just taking a bit of room for now. Ooh, that's a huge setup. Let's do a bit of cleaning. Give ourselves a bit of room. You can go away. That's fine. That's fine. You can go away as well. 600 wire. Be fine. Oh, that's a lot of active carbon we don't need. Anything else? I think this will be quite useful to get rid of all of these things from our little area. That's going to give us a bit more room for what we need going forward, and that should be just a bit of train tracks and such. Because as you know, I like to make things modular. So we'll have to make a new train system that can transport things around the world. And the easiest way to do that is pretty much make it only 1,000 at a time. Ooh, that takes some. Let's just keep it at 100. So let's maybe landfill in some of this area in here. That's kinda annoying us right now. Let's do this. Want to get this little thing completely filled in. To make it a bit easier traveling around the base, please get this land filled. Not really being used for that much, so let's just do this. Yeah, let's start with that. We can always get some radars down to fix the rest going forward. But luckily, our robot should quite easily fill it in. Let's go and design a few train tracks. It shouldn't be that hard to do. Let's see, let's just go down here. We should have enough room to do the setup I want. How should we do it? Once in a while, I just kinda, what is called, do it in the middle of these. But it could be fun trying something I haven't done before. And by that I mean a completely new setup for this one. Where, let's keep the radar for now. I think that'll be fine. It is quite cheap in terms of power. We can do 40 before we even use 1 megawatt. Let's see here. We have some train tracks. If we have you going at the top, go right here. And what if you have you going at the bottom? It fits in very nicely. That's good. So you could just, in theory, let it run like this, going one way. Up here going the other way. Can we then do... Oh, we have this one. We probably have to move a bit then. I want to get it to move over here. Down this way. It's probably not going to be very good this way. And sorry if this is going to be a bad blueprint. It's me testing a few things. Are we able to turn you in any way, shape or form? Nope, you can't be turned, but at least you can't overlap the wrong way. But it is very important that this overlaps correctly. If not, we will be in serious trouble. Then we kind of make it... We could make a loop here to make it go both ways. And that might work. Because then it can go back again. Will that have any Will that be bad in any way, shape or form doing this? Because what if we didn't do something like you going this way? This is so experimental. No idea if it's gonna be good. Because that way it can go around. And in theory they can go both ways. Go in here and go back. You can go down this way and go the opposite way, and you can go back again. I know loops are not always the best thing to do. But I think in this case it might be okay. Out to the corner. Corner. Away. That is fine. Will we be able to take this one now and place it down over here? And this won't work. Work fine here. So this actually makes it modular in terms of expanding. And train tracks can hook up however they want, and they can go whatever way they want to. Let's do this as a test. If everything goes completely bad, we can always fix it somehow. Oh, and if we can have a what's called train stop in here, that might actually not be too bad. Let's just test here if there's room for it. Of course, remember to have our little rail signals. This one goes in. In theory, you should be a chain signal going into junctions. Then we'll use rail signals going out to make sure there's enough room. That means we have a small setup right here with chain signals in, something out. Are we able to take that to the corners and make it work? Of course not. But if we do chain in, let's try this. Oh, we actually have two places to do that. Good, we move it back a bit more then, just to save one signal. We'll do it here instead. That's fine, that's fine. So that's chain in, rail out, and rail out. That will only go in if there's room in this one and on the opposite side, so it doesn't stop in here. Do that both places. That means we'll have to do a chain in and a chain in because it's right hand drive. Chain in, chain in. We did that place right. Did do it on the inside. If we don't take the roll port, are we then able to take this as this one and line it up as we need? That is gonna be a big, wait, a big, yes, no, maybe. That's gonna be a big no. Let's do this instead. You'll be one further out. So that's going to be on both sides of these. We'll be out on this side instead, going out, out. That is coming in, so you need a chain signal instead from this way. That is a yellow one, completely cut off. So that's going in, that's going in. This is going out, going out. So that is also a block. Perfect. And over here, we want you to go out and you to go out. And you to go in. You to go in. Can we then fit in the trains we need here? Without jamming? Or will this completely jam things the way we have it set up at the moment? That is always the question. Let's get one locomotive. I normally do 1-2 trains. But am I able to... I can do... Oh, it could be fun doing an ant farm style of build. Where it's one train, one cargo wagon. That way we can easily fit in one inside this setup. I don't think I've done a one train setup before. And could be fun just to see a lot of trains driving around. So let's give that a try, and let's see what kind of shenanigans we'll run into by doing that. But then take you and place you down over here. Will that work? How will this look? I don't want to blueprint this one for now. I don't know what the grid size is. Oh, does that mean we can move one to the side in case it doesn't work? Absolute reference point. We'll have to, by dragging, snap to the global grid. Ah, we'll have to check this out at some point. But if we do this, is this gonna do what we want? That I'm hoping. Something like that, to have the radars together. Does this require more train tracks than normal? Because I have to, could also just make a straight line instead. But that is fine, things getting built. It only costs a small amount. We have the straight lines going both ways, so it is completely modular. And we should be able to do everything with one thing. Should we just test it out that it works? What if we put a little train stop here? And we'll set a train right here. Oh, need of course needs the train tracks. Please help us out a bit. Very much want to test this out. If we have enough train tracks, that is. Oh, that's not gonna be good. We'll test it over on the opposite side then. Once we can actually test it. I think we can test it from right here if we want to. Jump in, give you some fuel. I'd like for you to go to Wagner. That works. Things close Novus as needed, and it goes over here. That's actually not too shabby. Why are you misaligned? I thought I set up the blueprint correctly. Oh, it's because the old one. These are aligned correctly, so that's fine. Really fine. So that can actually be our setup, giving us one spot in between for that. And just to test it out, let's get rid of this one over here. I'll just do a deconstruct planner that's a bit different. Please remove grid rails, curve rails, this one, and that one. I think that's remove everything we don't want from this one. That way we should be able to use this to go to our little thing over here. Ooh, look at them, how far they've gotten. That's all about if they can actually reach across this space. We have to go to here. And we could go straight and then up. Don't go that way, and we have to go straight anyway. So if we go like that or straight, it's the same. So what if we do a straight shot from right here, maybe having it go in? In theory, we could start the train track right here as a drop-off depot. Of course, we need to make a lot more before it starts to work. Might have to up our rail production quite heavily. Let's see how's it going over here. We're missing solder. No idea where we're making that at the moment, but it is something we'll have to increase. Yeah, we'll have to find that in between episodes, I think. So what if we just drag you over this way? Do you want to change one thing on this one? Want to make you go away to make it look a bit better. Still able to connect up as needed. Yeah, we can't remove any more because then it won't connect up. This is fine. This should work both ways. Oh wait, there's just trees. Never mind, I thought there was some mistake in the blueprints. Then you can fit there, you can fit pretty much every way, and you will just kinda move out. Ooh, might actually have an issue with maybe this one over here. I'll need one extra. Straight. Go there. You can go away. Line. Let's try that one instead. It looks much better. You can go away and you can go up there. I actually like the new blueprint book. It is quite a bit better in terms of seeing things. And, well, yeah. But let's do this as our setup for trains. Should probably have gotten it over here, but it should be able to travel around the world as needed. So let's just start laying down the foundation we need. Going over this way. Wow, it's gonna be... It's not the prettiest setup I've ever made before, but hopefully it will have some nice synergies when we get going. Do you want to build in radars to it? Can we fit in a radar somewhere? Here we could fit in one right there if we wanted to. And I think I do. Good. Let's save you. You're gonna be with radar. You can actually go down here. That'll be fine. With and without radar. Then I can always stamp it down on top when a radar is needed. Not quite sure how often that is. Let's make a little ant farm like this. That's going to be quite cool. But in theory have small production in here where, now, you'll use it for massive things getting moved. I think that'll be the best way to manage it. Add a little radar going forward. And that is not going to be too bad. You can kind of stop building. The rest will slowly get built as we get going. Crawler, my friend. There we are. Give you some fish. So you can start to move a bit. And let's see here. Bit of rail is going to be needed. Fine. Are we getting to a place we have been before? So that is fine. We can start to reuse a lot of our blueprints going forward. Here we could do a lot from the air right now. We are running into issues with the old radars. It's going to be blocking a lot of the train tracks. We'll just kind of have to move those when it gets to it. Let's just get this built first, then we'll see when it's all done if we expand out a bit more, or to be honest. Let's just get it all built. That way we don't have to worry about it ever again. So straight across this way is what I'm going to try, and then we'll see how it goes. So train track, train. Let's just remember to put it down correctly so we don't run into the issue of not having all of this hooked up. There's going to be a lot of tracks we need. Ooh, destroy 100 trees by impact. Go little crawler. Now I just hope that I made everything correctly in this blueprint. If not, I will be in serious trouble. So that is here. Do you want to just continue to go straight across? That means we'll have to landfill in all of this. Can do that just for now. And then as soon as the robots are here, we'll start to landfill it in. I think that might be fine that way. It's not that much that need landfilling, so maybe I can do this just to help it out a small amount. Yeah, please landfill all of this when you have time. Now go through this way. That means we just have to go up top again. Yeah, I think that'll be fine getting to that 15 million up here. Or the 2.3 million we have close by. Yeah. Okay, we'll leave this be for a little while. So we can focus on some other things back at the base. Luckily, train tracks are slowly getting built. and it just requires a bit more solder. Let's just go back. Oh. Watch out we don't cut all the power. As soon as this is done, we can start to use a train as well to travel around. So maybe as one of the last things this episode, we probably should try and set up some of the train things. Not the train things, but find the solder that is kind of holding things back. Let's see here. Is that still the case over here? Yeah, solder is quite bad. And what's even worse is I can't remember where we are making it. I don't know if any of you can. If you can spot it, do comment so. How is it made? I might actually help as well. I want that one. Lead and tin. So it should be over here somewhere, I'm guessing. Didn't I just make it here? Yeah, of course I did. It would make sense that I just made it here since it's so easy to make. And what are you used for other than... Oh, we can add tar to double the production. Oh, and add silver to do even more to it. Might actually not be a bad idea to do that. That would completely cut out the lead plate, but shift it to tin. And requires the next assembly machine. Tar. Probably still have a ton of tar lying around, am I correct? Not that much. Actually missing tar. That is impressive. That is actually quite impressive. So should we just stick with this one? That seems kind of bad. Well, we might just have to collect some tar going forward. Maybe just stick with our current setup. We have a ton of lead plate. I have a ton of tin. Also requires one hire to do that one, or doing it in automated factories also a solution. Not that much tar. Let's set it up with tar, to be honest. I think that might be best. We'll just have to go and grab some more. Tar shouldn't be something that's holding us back. There's so many ways to getting tar. Whereas the stone water gives us tar in quite a big way. We even have the production for it over here. The tailings is full. That means tar is backing up. And tailings is used for a ton of things, but we're not really using it at the moment. So the last thing this episode, let's just set up a quick little setup for that one. A setup right here, we can always remove it later. Let's see. Solder, I would like to do... Should we just go into this one? Yeah, let's do this one instead. That should be easy enough to do. Like to have the inputs from up here. Out. tar in. And you'll just kind of go over here. And of course you'll output into a chest. One chest, that is. And that is 2 seconds. This takes a bit of less than 1 second. Tar, maybe if you do one requested chest. Right here with fast inserters on both sides. So there and there, and solder right here. With you going. Ooh, we can also have you in the middle instead. I do like having in the mid. No, I'll do this on the outside, and then we'll do one going in the middle with the outputs we need. I think that'll be fine, because then we can have this one. We can then output here and here into something going down this way. Because this gives us 4 every 2 seconds. Oh, that's gonna need an entire build just for itself, doesn't it? Unless this is 1.5, that's going to be 6 per 2 seconds. Might be right. That's not right. Yeah, 3 per second is going to give us in total. Means 1, 2, 3, 4 of these will be about 2, 4 one way. In the middle we have the other one going the other way. So what if we do this? 3, 4. Also having, in theory, do this one down here, giving ourselves a small jump. Here we could do it like this, just for the fun of it. That'll go down, that'll go into a chest. Then we'll take this part, flip it, and let it go the other way. That's fine. Right, 1, 2, 3. We can move it down 1. Just to have this passive provider right in the middle. Now we go in. It has to be a better one than that. It has to be these ones. This will get close to a full belt. So something like this will be good. That will power most of the things. Go up here and power what we need. Please request tar. We'll then request what you need. That should be fine. 3, 4. Outputs. You'll just fill up the chest or limit yourself to, let's say, 2k solder. $2,000, please. Then this one will just be completely empty. As soon as the tar gets flown in, there are some barrels on the way. Let's see if this will give us some of the things we need. We need to get you all the way down. Oh yeah. And in theory we could set up 2 of these next to each other. Set the request for buffer chest. That goes in. That goes to solder being produced. tar is gonna hold it back quite a while. But at some point it will work. Let's just get you to... So annoying, we can't drag it higher than that. We'll have to talk to the devs about that. Look at that. A solder going out. That's going to be needed for all the things we need. That's going to save us a bit in terms of resources. Look at this massive, massive chain we're doing. All little robots. And they are pretty much stuck trying to get to where they need to go. But I will end this episode here. A nice new solder reduction, just missing a bit of tar. We will solve that in the coming episode. So yeah, not a bad episode. And hopefully this will work. Do comment, because it is a bit sketchy. Not gonna lie, might actually be an issue, but we'll see. Want one of these just right here to fix some of the coverage issues we have. Same over here, and you can go right there. So with that, I'll end the episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you're still enjoying this. At least I'm glad that my Patreon supporters, Twitch supporters and such is making it possible for me to do it. So please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.